Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with Venezuelan-born, New York City-based Latin Grammy award-winning jazz drummer and percussionist Daniel Prim. We get into his new 2024 CD called Home, his roots, surviving COVID, and the future. This is his first album under his own name. Growing up in Venezuela, his friends and family gathered at each other's homes to eat and play music into the night. Music became the rhythm and language of his childhood. Home invites listeners to join Daniel in the parties, where he first learned the folklore songs that weave through the album, breathing new love and life into the heart, soul, and sounds of his homeland. Dig this story.
Thank you for taking a minute out for Neon Jazz today. I appreciate it.
No, thank you so much for the opportunity for this interview. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You bet. So before we get into your latest album, Home, I want to know, right now, 4 years ago, the pandemic we were all wrapping our heads around it, and it really did so much to get rid of shows and different things that were going on. But I'm curious, how did you survive that time period, and how did it change you?
Well, I was the whole pandemic with my wife here in New York, and we supporting each other, and I don't know, like, was tough time because, as maybe I'm from Venezuela, and basically we don't have the option to go back to our old place right now, because basically we support our family and with money and stuff, and I don't know, we applied for the what is the name, the help, what is the I forget the name, the government help, the money and all the stuff. But yeah, I was here all the pandemic in New York, in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was quite a time. I got to tell you, I'm here in Kansas City, and one of our favorite people here is from Venezuela, is the great Salvador Perez.
Yeah, I love baseball. Salvador Perez is killing. He's killing. I love baseball.
We love Salvi, absolutely. He's our hero.
No, he's the best. Yeah. Actually, I met him once in Venezuela.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in Venezuela it's also it's a giant baseball culture.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm here in New York, and I go all the time to see the Yankees with Gleyber, Acuna, Miguel Cabrera. But yeah, Salvador is amazing, killing. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into your latest album, Home. Talk to me a little bit about how you put this album together.
Okay. I grew up playing music with my family, typical Venezuelan traditional music. Eventually I started to study music in a conservatory. I was part of the Sistema, and I was playing like jazz. I was playing traditional music. I was playing classical music. Then I moved to US to keep growing up as a musician and human, I guess. And then I don't know. Like, I always have this vision to put the traditional Venezuelan music in a contemporary way, and I don't know. Like I've been. As I say, I grew up playing that vocabulary, and I don't know. I had this idea to get traditional songs and put it in a new format. And basically, that's what happened here in Home in this album. They are like traditional Venezuelan songs, traditional from towns and Afro-Venezuelan music, and I put it in a contemporary format. And in this record is we play with a very good friend of mine called Alan O'Farrell on trumpet, and Juan Manuel Trujillo on guitar. This album is bassless because I wanted to emulate the vibration and the vibe of the drums, the Afro-Venezuelan drums, because that music is also bassless. And what we did is like in those times when we play that music, it's basically tambor, Afro-Venezuelan tambor, and people singing and as a call response. It's like one person singing and the whole town responding with call. For example, is one tune called Se Va el Hombre. It's a typical Afro-Venezuelan song. It goes like, I know, I know, I know, I lo, 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 I lo, lo, lo. And then the whole crowd, the whole town singing at the same time, I know, I know, I know, I lo, 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 I lo, lo, lo. And that's what we divide those melodies, that vibe between the trumpet and the guitar. And basically, another thing about this record is like we didn't think about like solos. Okay, this is your solo. This is your solo. This no, we were like having a conversation. The whole record is like conversation, and as how we are talking right now. And another thing about this record, I had the last tune is like a bonus track. It's called the Tambor Salad, and basically I did it with a very good friend of mine. His name is Manny Marquez. He played with Pedrito Martinez and other big cats. And are you there still?
Yes.
Okay. And what we did was we played those traditional songs, traditional Afro-Venezuelan rhythms, but in a very untraditional way to try to, because the idea of this record is that I get these songs and the idea is to keep rolling this music, like keep moving, the music need to have an evolution, and it's my approach and it's my way to keep that music moving.
So what are you hoping the listener gets from this album?
Well, this album is, I feel it's a very fresh music, and to feel the connection between folklore, in this case Venezuelan folklore, and mixing with jazz, with avant-garde music, jazz music, like music that express emotions and feelings. And I think that's a beautiful thing to do. In this case, we're mixing folklore and this music, and I hope you can feel that energy.
So was it always a dream for you to make your way to America, to get to New York? Was that kind of something early on that you were thinking about?
Actually, yes. When I was there, we were like, I don't know, like as my musicians were here, and was like, I would love one day to be part of that scene and play jazz and maybe do my own project. I didn't have the vision to do my own project, but that happened here. Actually, that happened after the pandemic. Like why not? Let me try. And I now I'm in love with this idea.
So what was the first live jazz show that you ever saw that blew you away?
Wow. Well, probably, there are a few, but I came here and I saw the Village Vanguard Jazz Orchestra. I saw one of the first one was Josh Evans Quartet also at Fat Cats. But I don't know, like I don't know, probably those two were like what? But definitely the Three Coens brother also, Jonathan Blake, but the Village Vanguard Jazz Orchestra was like what? That was the first one. I also saw Chicoria Trio at the Blue Note with Brian Blake and Gary Picon. Was amazing. And I don't know that. Yeah.
That's an amazing list. For sure.
Yeah.
So as a professional musician, there's all kinds of things that go into it, but what do you like the best about being a professional musician?
Well, I will say I really like the idea to be always learning, to understand something. It's always something you can learn. It's like it's a endless path. It's like you are like, okay, you can learn from this guy, you can learn from, okay, this person from Israel, from Brazil, from Cuba, from Argentina, from New Orleans, from Japan. It's like, wow. It's understand, it's a endless path, and also understand the beauty about the vision to be always learning. It's like, I would say that it's like I get fascinated, like I'm about folklore. I'm fascinated about the idea to share information, because at the same time I see the reaction of other musicians, professional musicians and not professional musicians, when they see what we did. When I say when we did, like when we show things about Venezuelan music, like when I play maracas, when I play drums, when I play Afro-Venezuelan drums, it's like they see fascinated how we connect through the music.
So why do you love jazz?
I love about jazz is we can really express feelings, and we can really play like how emotions you can express feelings, like in you can express how you feel in the moment. And no, yes, I would say that.
So talk to me a little bit about, everyone has an idea of who they think you are, your family, your friends, your fans, but ultimately you're the one that's leading your life. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Well, I would say I'm a big dreamer, a giant dreamer. It's like, I don't know, like, I'm curious. I'm so curious about life, about nature's life, about music, about history. It's important for me to know not only the music, I love to know about history. I also believe it's necessary to be connected with the natural life. I love surfing, and I go surfing sometimes with musician friends. I have some musician friends. We go surfing very often, and we have, and that's how we reconnect with the reality. Like the water, the ocean, the mountains, like, and to express that through the music. And I don't know, like, as I say before, it's like it's an endless path. It's like I find fascinated, like, even if I would say I know about a lot of things, at the same time I realize I don't know about a lot of things, and it's like it's that feeling that's what keeps me alive. Like, it's the idea to know, like, I want to wake up tomorrow because I have this book to read, I have this concert to see, I have this, I will surf tomorrow, I will go tomorrow to see this new place, to learn this new language, to learn how to play this new instrument. For me, that's the best feeling ever.
Excellent. So if anyone wants to pick up a copy of Home, see you live, learn more about you, anything about your world, where's the best place to go?
What? Say again? Sorry, I didn't understand.
If anybody wants to get a copy of your latest album, Home, or see you perform live, where can they find out about it and do that?
Well, we have the in my website, danielprim.com. You can find that you can email me and I can send it to you. In Bandcamp, they can find it in Bandcamp, and they can the Ears and Eyes, the label I'm working with, has a Bandcamp page. They can do it through there, and also if you can find me, send me a message directly and I can send it to you. Yeah, directly.
Excellent. Daniel, thank you so much for your story, for your time. Best of luck with everything. I appreciate it.
No, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's such an honor.
Thanks for listening and tuning in to another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest players and minds in Venezuela, New York City, Kansas City, and spots all over the globe, giving fans all that jazz. Thanks to Daniel for his time, energy, and story. If you want to hear more Neon Jazz interviews, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us at YouTube, and for everything Neon Jazz, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends. Hey Jazz fans, Joe Domino here, the host of the weekly Neon Jazz radio show and regular interview series being produced and distributed from Lee Summit, Missouri. We are quite excited to let you know about the first annual Lee Summit Jazz Fest taking place this summer on June 22nd, 2024 at the Bridge Space located at 210 Southwest Market Street. There will be 8 robust acts, including the Back Alley Brass Band and the great Lee Summit Jazz Orchestra. There will also be art vendors and food trucks to make this a must-attend event. All details can be found at www.bridgespace.us/jazz. We will see you there.
Neon Jazz.